Thought we were done with all the uninterruptible power supplies, did you? We saved the biggest and baddest for last. Ugh. Okay, this one is a beefy monster. Now, I don't even know. Okay, you can see the control panel. Here we have the power button and then the mute, and this gives you the different status: on or off, the condition of the batteries, if they're charged or if they're charging, the sine waves for the power, lets you know that it's working and working fine. And this one takes 4 batteries, not like the other ones that only took 2, or no, 3. This thing is so big and bad. It's got a camper type outlet. It really requires a 20 amp dedicated line, and we have that, but it has these, which is this. But for the way we're going to use it, it's just to power computers. Now this thing is so big, bad, and beefy. It's got 2 output breakers and an input breaker here. You have your, it has 2, there they are. It has 2 USB ports. This is a SMTP port, another communications port, emergency power off switch port. You can have it charge the batteries slowly or quickly with these jumpers here. And then that's just nothing. It has this panel here which you can put an expansion card in, and then it has the fan. If you want to put additional batteries, those connect here. But we need to change batteries in this beast, and in fact the battery's already out, so we are going to have to wire and put new batteries in. Ugh. I already took 4 of the other screws out because I tried to see if the old batteries were any good, and it turned out that they were kaput. Even though I don't think they were ever, this was never put in service, so I'm willing to bet that's probably what caused the issue. Okay, so what I've done is I've taped these 2 batteries together. So that's what I'm going to do with these 2 batteries. What we're going to do is we have all the plastic. We got the plastic separators from the old batteries. This is the plastic case that holds the batteries together. So I'm going to set this aside. This is the other. Now the way you do this is, I put the tape in the wrong place. I figured it'd be better to have a little bit of adhesive on the batteries. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. That there. Just so I'm sure that they're going to stick. Yeah, maybe. That's not such a good idea. Not with this tape anyway. So, put that there. Now these 2 batteries I've already stuck together. Just used electrical tape to stick them together. I'm going to use these, but so we have these 2 batteries, and you face them this way. And you have these 2 batteries, again, you face them the same way. So we want to put the spacers here, and the other set of spacers here. What these do, again, is just keep the space so you don't end up crimping your batteries. Now we take this short cable, okay, we go negative to positive. I didn't design it. Don't shoot the messenger. Actually, this probably is going to go like this. So, yeah. So this one is this way. Plugged in. Plugged in. And spacer will go this way. Again, this is just here to keep separation between the sets of batteries. So there's positive to negative there. This is what plugs into the unit here. Okay. So we go positive here and negative there. But we're not going to do that right now. These are plastic here. Take these two batteries, put them in, into the thing here. See how that goes up, wraps around, keeps them in place. So that's what we need. So this battery goes here. And the reason I put that cable on already, I'm just going to, there's all the way back, ensure that these two are plugged in. Negative here. See? Negative there. To positive here. Okay. Make sure that they click in. Now this cable here goes from positive here and now I can put the batteries in to the cage here. Okay. This goes negative, positive to negative here. Okay. So we got negative to positive. On the other side, on the bottom, we've done the same thing. This one goes from positive here to negative here. Okay. Now if you notice, this negative is much longer than this positive. So this goes negative ha. Okay. Actually, so this cable goes down. Here, let me see if I can give you a better look at it here. This cable, so you have the positive there. I'm sorry, I'm blocking. It's positive down. Okay. You want it to go through here, through there. All right. You want it to go around, and this probably isn't the greatest thing, so these two are connected here. So we connected the positive here to the negative here. Okay. Now we're attached the negative here, and we're going to attach the positive here. Now this wraps around, and this is what holds the batteries. Now, see we have that gap there? And I'm going to see if this isn't going to be useful, which is fine. So, I'm going to slide the whole thing. To the Uninterruptible Power Supply. Make a connection there. This is for, so you pull it and they come out. So none of our wires now are crimped, and everything's in place. Negative to positive with the batteries. Okay. So now we put our cover back on. Find out where we put the screws. I don't know why I put the screws all the way over there, but I did. The only two connections that are negative and positive are to the to where it plugs into the unit, but everything else is positive to negative, and it's called having the batteries in a series. And we reused the separators, and we reused the plastic casing. And this way, this cost about $75 worth of batteries, instead of costing about $170 to just buy the new batteries with everything already being wired. Well, we just reused the wires, as you saw, and we just reuse the case and the separators. Okay, so I got an adapter just so I could show you guys up here that this is going to work. Nothing's plugged into it, so we're not going to draw too much power. So now, there it goes. Now it's in an off state. Not even being in an off state, it runs the fan to keep everything cool. If you press and hold the speaker button, then what it will do is run a self-test. So let's turn it on. Now it's on. And it's monitoring, and it's charging our batteries. Our batteries are mostly full, being brand new, but they're not completely charged up. So now, yep, that's a self-test. Now what it's doing is it's running on the batteries. It's running completely on the batteries. And that's why this light's green. Now, it's back to the regular power, and it passed the test. So we have a 3,000 watt uninterruptible power supply, which is going to keep power going to everything important. It should have enough power to keep a lot of things running for quite some time. In other words, it's going to be more than 10 or 15 minutes that the load on this is going to be able to stay powered for quite some time. A lot more than 5 or 10 minutes like the typical uninterruptible power supply, because we're not going to be utilizing the real amount of power that this thing puts out, which is cool. And this is charging our batteries. And it does take a little while for them to come up for them to be fully charged. And that's what this is doing, is putting power back to the batteries. Every time you run a test, it does put a big load onto the batteries. And since I have this set at low slow charging, it's going to take a lot longer than if I had this set at fast charging. But it's fully charged, everything's running, working fine. So let's get this put into service. But something like this, I mean, if you stumble on something like this and it just needs batteries, yeah, the batteries are going to set you back $70, because there's 4 of them. $70-$80 because there's 4 of them. But as long as you have the wiring, you have the wrapping the cage, you have the plastic cage, you have the plastic spacers, just replace the batteries. Don't be afraid of it. Just follow the steps that I did. Just follow it along, just as I did. And there you go. This thing will give you great service for years. You just have to change the batteries. This thing does not become a useless paperweight because the batteries die. Because batteries are going to die. It's going to happen. They're perishable just like fruit. They're going to go bad over time. So this way, we're going to get a lot more life out of this unit because it works. It works great. It's a lot more than what I need. And so it's going to do a much better job than one that doesn't have as much power. Okay, if you like that video, hit like, get subscribed down below. If you need batteries for your uninterruptible power supplies, I appreciate if you use the affiliate link. That's going to be in the description. I'll put up a link to a video, so my previous videos with uninterruptible power supplies, and that thing, it's just massive. It's like great. I pulled the power, and it lasts about 25 minutes for everything that I have connected, and it's just amazing. Works great. And it just took a little bit of money just to get the batteries to get it working again. And we will see you guys in the next one.